Hello. Hey, will you go shut that second door?
Yeah.
Thanks. Hi, guys. Happy Friday. I have a friend here. Guess what? That friend I just sent to shut the second door. Because otherwise the dogs come up to the glass door and they look at me like I'm a fish in a bowl.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Open.
Open. All right, so a couple of housekeeping notes for everybody. The first thing is I am going to make sure the exclamation podcast works in the chat. If somebody could type that and make sure that that's coming up. And the reason why that's going to be important for us is because tonight we want to make sure that you all know that on Wednesday. Wednesday.
Be there.
We will have our first episode of our podcast dropping, and we would love it to open up to a warm reception. So, we're super excited about this venture. We're excited to grow it. The first episode is all about moving as a quilter, and I think it's going to be phenomenal. I'm just making sure podcast is here.
Yep.
Is it working?
Yep.
It sure is. Awesome. Okay. So the reason why I would like for you to do that, my friends, is because we're going to do a giveaway. If.
Why did I do that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But if we can get the podcast to 1,000 subscribers tonight before the live stream is over, right now is sitting at 515, I will do a gift. I don't know what it is. I'll figure it out.
Mystery.
I'll make it up.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. Mystery. So, exclamation podcast in the chat. We'll get you a link over to the podcast channel. Mm-hmm. All of our episodes are going to be video episodes right here on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So you can listen to them here, watch them here, whatever. Thank you for the thumbs down. Definitely appreciate it. There's always one or two. It's fine. It's whatever. I don't care. I could be picking my nose, I'd get a thumbs down. I could be giving away $1 million, I'd get a thumbs down. It's just, I tell myself that people fat finger that. All right. So what we need you to do is exclamation podcast, hop over there. Definitely, I'm pulling it up so I can keep an eye on the subscribers. We're at 522 right now, so we've already grown. So before 10 p.m. Eastern tonight, when the live stream goes down or goes offline.
Yeah, goes off air.
Yeah.
That one.
Yep. All right, cool.
Candace has already subscribed.
I know, and Catherine says we should just send you as the prize.
Pay the airfare ticket? Sure, why not?
All right. Spoiler alert, I already said I'm never letting him leave.
Right, exactly, yes. By the way, that airplane ticket would be a first class ticket, thanks.
Bougie! All right, so what am I going to work on tonight? Let's talk about what we're going to work on our projects because I need to get sewing. I haven't really done much of that this week, and I'm excited to get started on it. So I still get the sew sampler box. Here, Ian, this is an extra copy if you want to see what that looks like. I don't know why I got 2 copies of this pattern in my sew sampler box, but I did. Ooh. This month in the sew sampler box, we got a Jolly Bar of the denim and daisies fabric from Fat Quarter Shop. And I'll just give you guys the overhead view for me so that you can see that a little bit closer. Or maybe I'll just go like this. This is what we're going to make. If you do exclamation project in the live chat, you'll get a link over to the kit for this. Okay, Ian, we're back on you now. This is going to make a quilt that'll measure 49.5 by 49.5. So great lap size or a picnic quilt. And it's really easy to go together. I've already starched and cut all my fabric, so I'm just going to get sewing on it.
Sounds good.
What are you going to work on, Ian?
I'm going to continue working on the Legit kits. I am helping to test their newest pattern, their newest creation. This is what it looks like. I showed this off last week.
I'll make you bigger. Hold on.
Okay.
Let everybody see ya. There you go.
This is what I am working on this week. Well, what I'm working on today. I am helping to test it and see from Legit Kits what it's all about. This is a Kohl's Quilt design, and so
it is not a Legit kit.
It is not a Legit kit. So they're pairing up. They are partnering up with Kohl to put that pattern out. So I'm testing it, and I'm going to continue working on that tonight.
That's awesome.
My head is just like fried.
Boo-boo-boo-boo-boo.
It is all over the place because my stuff came today.
Yeah.
And I got to put it in my apartment. So my brain is a little fried because it has been a very busy day with all of that. So there you go.
Yep.
Hi, Mary.
Hello, Mary, Mary, Mary. Mary. Sonic boom. I don't know why I just did that. It sounded good in my head.
Sure,
I'm
why
just
not?
going to zoom in a little bit more so I look approximately like where you are. There we go. All right. Whoa, my head's cut off. Let me just
Oh, don't do
zoom out
that.
a little bit more. There we go.
Don't do that.
Okay, these are the blocks that I am going to be putting together tonight because these blocks will build out the quilt all together. You'll just put some sashing and cornerstones in. So we're going to start off by making a bunch of 4 patches where we take a square of our blue and a square of our white. And I'm going to let you know right off of the bat that I can't give you the cutting instructions because this is a pattern that comes with the purchase of a jelly bar. It's a fat quarter shop pattern. I can't do it, but if you are super smart, you could probably figure out a way to do this on your own. Obviously, to make a 4 patch, we need 4 squares of the same size. I need 2 of a print and 2 of a background. So that's what I'm going to start with. So, you know, if you're super sleuthy.
Ooh. I can use that. Found a scrap that fell on the floor.
It fell on the floor!
Fell on the floor.
So I'm kind of assembly line sewing everything tonight. I'm pairing up all of my prints to my whites, and then I'll go through and cut those apart, press them, and then I will put them into 4 patches.
Nancy is asking if I got my car back. Yes, I did get my car back, and it looks like nothing happened. I am incredibly thrilled with the results, and I'm also really thrilled because they knocked $300 off the cost of transport. So I didn't have to pay for repairs, and I got a discount.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
I was very happy about that. Very, very, very.
All right, we are at 556 subscribers on the podcast channel. Don't forget when we get to 1,000. If we can get to 1,000 on tonight's live stream, we will do a giveaway.
Not if, when. When we do it tonight.
Okay, when we hit 1,000 subscribers on the podcast channel, we will do a giveaway tonight.
Yup. I am so excited. Speaking of so excited.
I'm so excited.
I am so excited for the podcast to come out. It was really funny because we were going to record that on Thursday. We were like, oh, let's do it Thursday. And then we both kind of looked at each other and were like, nah, let's do it today. let's just make it happen today. And we did.
We did.
And it was a lot of fun. I had so much fun talking to you about that. It was great.
Yeah. You know, sometimes I have little pearls of wisdom, little nuggets. Can we also talk about the shopping spree that we did online yesterday?
Oh, don't.
That was hilarious.
That was hilarious. It was quite hilarious.
Yeah.
And I want to say a thank you. You know who you are, who gave me a housewarming gift, and that housewarming gift went to
immediately went to fabric.
Went to the fabric. So thank you for the fabric that you bought, because of course I would buy Tula. You're welcome.
Michelle says, hi, Becca and Ian. I am sorting projects to decide what to take to my quilt retreat next weekend.
Ooh, fun.
Let's go on a quilt retreat. Come on.
I have never been.
Really? We
Yeah.
need to change that.
I know. I have never been on a quilting retreat, and I would love to go on one.
Well, I think 2025 is all bottled up for you, so it'll have to be after that.
I know. Let's see. Mandy says, I'm excited to watch you guys tonight. I've been without power for a week due to the Hurricane Helen, and it just came back on. Well, I'm so glad, Mandy, that you have power and that you are able to watch us tonight and all the things. And I'm so sorry that you've been without power, because being without power sucks. Without power definitely sucks. Although, unrelated, completely unrelated, I'm kind of glad that I'm not in Texas anymore, because all of my friends were complaining about the blue alert that happened at 5 o'clock this morning and woke all of them up.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm very glad I was not there for that to happen to me and wake me up. I forgot to turn on my iron.
Pat said she is so happy that things worked out for your car.
Me too, Pat. I was sweating that. I was really, really, really worried about that. Because you never know. Like, especially dealing with companies you've never dealt with before. You're always like, are they going to do a good job? Is it going to, like... I was honestly thinking, like, what if my car came back and it had, like, a different colored trunk?
Where are you located? Mandy Southern Stitchin'. She wants to know because Mandy said she was been out without power, and Mary is sharing that she lives in Graniteville, South Carolina, but thankfully did not get affected by any power loss with the storm that went through last week.
Several people are asking what a blue alert is. A blue alert is, it's like those, if you've ever had the severe weather alerts or the amber alerts on your phone, a blue alert is the same thing. It basically chimes through even if your phone is on silent, and it usually is to do with some like injured officer or some like serious problems with an officer or officers kind of event, and apparently that happened in Texas last night. So
Josie Brown says, hello, Becca, Ian, and everyone in the chat.
hello. Hello.
We're going to the state fair tomorrow. For those of you that are in the Virginia area, we're planning to leave Northern Virginia around 11 to 11:30, and I think we're going to be there most of the day. So we'll see what happens. We're definitely my husband's coming with us. My daughter's coming with us. We're going to meet my sister-in-law and her husband there. So if you see us at the state fair, you happen to be there, stop by and say hi.
Say hello.
Just like that.
Hello. Sorry. Oh my goodness.
Shelly Moyer says, hey there, Becca and Ian. How is everyone doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I'm happy to sleep on my actual bed tonight, not an air mattress.
It's kind of sad because your time squatting on the air mattress in my basement has come to an end.
I know.
But well, it's the weekend, so you can hang out and sew. That's
true.
fine.
Well, and we are going to the state fair tomorrow.
That's true.
So I got to be over here anyways for that. Don't cut the fingers off. Not a good idea.
Louise says, I was in the grocery store one morning when everyone's phones went off. Turned out to be an Amber Alert. The child was found. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
Beatrice Phibb says, Becca, what is your attention set on mine? I got a 301 and I love it. Mine is literally right at the 2. And I am using 50-weight Aurifil in the top and the bobbin, if that helps you.
Top in the bobbin, top in the bobbin, I don't know what I'm saying.
The bobbin. I don't know why we're just making up songs, but
Betty Bernina says, hi all, never joined a live before. I've seen Becca's videos, but I'm so excited to meet Ian. Hello.
You don't want them. It's fine. I'll keep them for you.
Oh, man. Y'all only thought she was kidding when she says she wanted to keep me...
Never leaving.
Never leaving. Never leaving.
I'll never tell.
Ooh, Josie is in Winchester right now, and she went to the Scrappy Apple Quilt Shop. I love that
Tell them
shop.
I said hi next time
Right?
you're in there. Tell them I said hi. Let's see where we're at with the podcast channel because we want to do that giveaway.
We do.
We're at 572 subscribers. I need that channel to get to 1,000 tonight before the live stream ends. Exclamation Podcast will give you a link in the chat to that channel.
Did y'all like the short that we put out this week? I thought it was a very funny short.
It was fun. I wanted Ian's car to come back with launch mode.
Right, exactly.
That's the mode that Bill calls the sport mode in my car because when I turn it on, it throws you back. So
Sure
he calls it
does.
launch mode.
Sure does. It wakes you up, that's for sure.
It makes my mom poop her pants. Becky's asking, when did your furniture arrive, Ian?
Earlier today.
Awesome.
Earlier today. Oh, man. I feel like my eyes are going cross-eyed today.
Joan says, I'm glad all of your things arrived, Ian. I'm anxious to see your new place. Are you going to show people your place or just like your sewing room area?
I'm probably going to show the sewing area. Mostly because that is going to be probably the area that's set up first.
Well, I remember, like, I know you're a pretty private person.
Yeah.
So I don't know that you would want to share the rest of your house.
Yeah.
But I could see you doing a sewing room tour.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll absolutely do that. I was always worried about showing the rest of my apartment because I was worried about, like, the mess. Especially when all those boxes were set up for when I was getting ready to move. Oh my gosh, there were so many boxes. So many boxes. So many boxes.
Oh, there it is.
Right, exactly. Yep, now to set everything up.
So my Pro Stitcher came yesterday.
Right there.
It's
That
still
box right
sitting in a
there.
box. So here's the story about that. The quilt shop that I bought it from offered free installation, right? They were going to have somebody come out, set it up, do all the things, make sure everything was up and running nice and good, which maybe I didn't need it, but that was definitely a selling point. And then they offered classes that I could take. So that was definitely a selling point as well. I was really excited about that. And they took my order on Thursday of last week and said, hey, this is how it's going to go down. We're going to send your order over to to Handy Quilter.
Yep.
Handy Quilter is going to call you for payment. You'll pay them. And when they ship one out, both of us will get a shipping notification in our email. And then once we see that email, we will call you and set up an appointment to install. I said, great. Sounds wonderful.
Do it.
Well, Friday, I got a phone call from Handy Quilter. Hey, we have one. We're shipping it out. We just need to get your payment. I was like, okay. So I immediately called them. It was a voicemail. So I immediately called them right back. Did all the payment, everything. And I asked them when it was going to be sent. They said, well, it could be sent today, but it might be sent on Monday. But either way, it'll be on its way to you by the end of the day on Monday, so you should have it sometime next week. And I thought, great, wonderful. Well, Friday afternoon, late afternoon came around and I got the shipping notification. I was like, yes, that's great. It's coming. So I went and looked up the information. It was a little too early to tell when it was going to arrive. So I waited until Saturday to look it up, I think, or sometime over the weekend.
Yep.
And I saw that it was targeted ETA for Thursday. So I was like, all right, that works. Thursday it is. So I waited. I did try to call the shop on Saturday to see if they got the email too and just kind of get ahead of scheduling the technician to come out, because I'll tell you, I'm super excited and I'm ready to have it installed and I want to start using it. So unfortunately, the lady that I needed to speak with was working the quilt show down at the expo, so I didn't actually get in touch with her. Well, I let Sunday go by, didn't worry about it, and then on Monday, I think it was Monday, might be getting my days mixed up, I called again. And I get somebody on the phone that it wasn't the owner that I needed to speak to, but it was another shop employee. And I said, I love this story. I said, hey, I needed to speak to somebody about getting a technician to install my Pro Stitcher. And she said, oh, okay, hold on a second. And I was on hold and she comes back. She goes, what's your name? And I told her. And she was like, okay, hold on a second. So she puts me on hold again. Maybe it was only one time. I don't really remember. It's not the point of the story. But I'm definitely on hold at this point. She knows that I need Pro Stitcher installed. She knows my name. And she comes back and says, yeah. And she told me the lady's name. I don't want to say anything out loud because I don't. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, she tells me the lady will call me back when they get the notice that the Pro Stitcher has shipped. And I said, well, I have the notice. And she was like, okay, well, we'll call you back when we get it. I was like, wait, I have the notice in front of me. Let's talk.
I have it right here.
And she was like, well, when we get it, we'll call you back. And I was like, what? Now, hold on. Something's broken with this process. Because I'm looking at it. So I, after she had finished talking, I was just like, well, who's so-and-so? And I read off the email address from their store that was on there. And she was like, oh, well, that person's not here anymore. I was like, well, that's why you don't have the email. Where can I send this so that I can get a technician to come out and install Pro Stitcher? And she was like, oh, well, hold on a second. Let me look. And so she gives me the store's general email address. Okay, fine. I sent it there. And I think I waited like 24 hours and I got no response. So then I went back into my email and I forwarded it to the lady that sent me the order form. And I copied like the general store mailbox and everything on it too. And that lady emailed me, I think Wednesday night, and said, we sent your information over to the technician. He should be calling you in the next day or two to set up an appointment. If you don't get a hold of him, let me know. So today has been 48 hours. I haven't heard anything. So at the 48-hour mark, I called the store again. And she wasn't there. So the same lady that spoke to me in the beginning answers the phone today. And she says, I said, I need to speak to so-and-so about installing Pro Stitcher on my long arm. And she was like, oh yeah, I remember speaking to you last week. When we get the form, we'll call you. I was like, Pro Stitcher is sitting at my house. I was like, and you already have the form. Because so-and-so called the technician. She was like, oh, okay, hold on a second. So she took my name and number and supposedly gave it to the lady that's supposed to be coordinating all of this. I haven't heard anything. So I will be calling again tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
I kind of wish I just had a direct line to the technician.
Right.
Because at this point, like, my business with the store is done.
Right.
They've got my money. They made the sale. I just need the technician to call me. And I'm a little, I got to say, Ian, I'm a little disappointed.
Sure.
Because, you know, had he gotten a hold of me Wednesday night, it could have been installed today.
Right.
Because I was working from home.
Right.
Or he could have come out yesterday evening. Or he could have even made plans for Saturday or Sunday to be here. But I haven't gotten anything from him. And now he's going to have to wait until probably not next week, because I'm going to be in DC working long hours all next week.
Yep.
So I'm a little upset.
Understandably. But there's also excitement in there too.
Yeah, there
wanting
is.
to
There
get
is.
wanting to get the Pro Stitcher.
I
up
want
and
to
running.
open the box and install it my doggone self. In fact,
And I told her not to. I was like, okay, I know, but like, let's get the professional in to do it.
well, it's probably not hard to set it up.
Well, and that's what Deb's quilting studio says.
Yeah.
She said it's not hard to set up, and I fully understand that, but part of the whole selling point was
They were going to do it for me.
Getting that professionally installed.
So we'll see. We'll see. Because if it's just changing out the tablet and plugging in a couple of cords, I might not wait.
Louise said, where'd it go? Chat goes too quick. Louise says, Becca, is there a light on your iron?
There sure is. There's a light on Ian's too.
There is. On my To the Pink. Wow!
I think the shop is good. So people are saying it doesn't sound like a good shop. I think the shop is good. They did come highly recommended. And the person that I've been dealing with has been bending over backwards to do everything for me. I think, in full disclosure, the technician, I think the lady mentioned that the technician might be out of town taking care of family. And so I really think there's a legitimate reason why he's not calling back. Now, the lady that doesn't seem to know what's going on, answering the phone, I can't answer anything about that. Like, she thinks she knows and then she doesn't know.
Well, it's funny.
And it is Murphy's Law, because I'll be busy next week and that's
Right.
when he'll be available.
Yep, that's what Tracy said is, so you're busy next week and that's when he'll call.
But you know what, though? It got shipped early because the store was saying that it probably would take a week or so for it to ship.
Yeah.
And it shipped like the next day.
That's awesome.
So I won't be upset with that.
I hope my purchases that I made today go as quickly.
You want to tell them about what you bought?
that I'm bleeding money.
You're bleeding money out of your
And I'm bleeding
pocket.
money because of my own decisions, of my own choice. I bought the new iPhone 16, and I also bought a pair of those AirPod
Max.
Pro.
Yeah, that's it. AirPod Pro.
AirPod Pro
Whatever.
Max.
Headphones. He bought
the headphones.
Goodness gracious. He bought headphones. Oh gosh. And apparently, when you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on
Right.
technology, you get the giggles.
Right, apparently. Oh, do you want to tell them what I did when you came in to the studio?
Oh dear Lord. Help me. Why don't you show them what you did?
Oh, okay, I'll show them.
Here, hold on.
I'll show them.
I go to come in here, right? And we have wireless mics so they can hear all of this, right?
Yep.
And the door to my studio, hold on. I'll make it even better. Forget it. You're already there.
I'm already there, sorry.
The door to my sewing room is slightly ajar, and I walk in and I'm just humming to myself, and all I see are these toesies hanging out right there. That's it. Just toes hanging out behind the quilt. And instead of being like, "Oh, hi, Ian," I screamed and went, "Nope," and walked out.
No, you didn't walk out. You ran out. I heard your heavy footsteps as you bolted out the door, slammed it behind you.
Nope.
Nope. Betty is using her AirPod Pros right now.
Yes, delicious.
I got purple. Do you know that? I got the purple one.
They have purple?
Yeah.
They didn't have purple.
They now have purple.
Oh, do you like the blue better?
I like the purple.
Fine.
I got the purple ones, which is not my normal color.
No, you would've got the blue.
Yeah, everybody knows me for blue, because blue is honestly my favorite color.
Blue's my signature color.
It is my signature color. And for some reason, I didn't like that shade of blue, and so I decided to go with the purple.
Well, you got to see them in person and try them before you bought them, which was more than I did. I just went, "Oh, I got money. Let's buy them."
They're nice, though. I really do like them.
I like them. I just don't like the way the microphone sounds on them, but I don't know if that's like a me issue or it sounds like I'm underwater when I use the microphone to talk on phone calls. So I'll have to get that fixed.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Ba 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 baran. Ba ba ba. I don't know.
Shelly says, sounds like us. We waited from April to September to get our house painted. They came the week we were both gone in Oregon. My daughter had to hang out at the house so that they could paint the doors.
Oh, that's sad. That's okay. Listen, right now I'm super like, let's get it done, let's get it done, let's get it done. But it's in the grand scheme of things, that's just because it's new and it's something I've wanted for a long time.
You're anxious. You're excited.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
fine. We're going to be okay. Mm-hmm. It'll all be all right.
It will. It will. Zaza's asking, Becca, did you lock Ian in your sewing room?
Oh, I should have. I did not, but now I know for next time.
Right,
Thank
there you
go. Nope. I knew it was him too. Like, it wasn't even like it was. I was just like, nope.
Well, it doesn't help that you've been watching Ghosted or Roasted. So I
really like ghost stories, especially this time of the year. But I do get my fill of them, and I'm like, okay, now I can't because I'm just freaked out. And there's a certain threshold. Like, I don't want the super scary ones. I want the ones that you're like, yeah, you can debunk that really easy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or there's some humor or something in it. And the Discovery Plus service, which I had, and now the channels come to me through the HBO Max or whatever. But anyway, there's a series on there called Ghost Brothers. And it's these three guys, Dalen, Jawan, and gosh, I can't remember the third guy's name. But anyway, they hunt ghosts, right? And they're funny to me. I like watching them. I like watching their interaction. Well, Dalen, who's I would classify as kind of like the head guy of the three, he's started a YouTube channel I've caught a couple of his things. I'm not really into watching those videos because, so he'll take like his ghost hunting equipment and he'll go to like a cemetery or something. And while that's kind of fun just to like listen to him talk or whatever, I always end up clicking off because the audio is horrible. He's got a lot of wind and background traffic noise and stuff in the microphone, and it bothers my ears. So I'm just like, no, I'm good. I'm all set, bro. Thanks. But he and his wife have started this channel called Ghosted or Roasted, where they take these clips of things that can't be explained, and they're basically rewatching ghost clips from scary YouTube channels, and they're determining whether or not they're going to ghost it, meaning they think it's real, or roast it because they think it's fake. And so I just like watching their reactions to those. I've been watching those a lot lately. So yeah, when I walked in and saw little Miss Muffet behind the curtain over here.
Connie says, I think, Becca, you're right. Ian should stay. You two are funny and a great Friday night to watch.
Well, I'm glad. Y'all will be sorely disappointed when he's not here one Friday. Because boy has to have his own life.
True. But we will have the podcast. Again, guys, that podcast, I am so proud of that podcast. Now, I will say...
That first episode, the audio's not great in the first episode.
Yeah.
I was a little
learning.
loud.
We're learning.
But it was the setup we wanted. The conversation flowed really, really well.
Yep.
My mic was a little hot, but you can definitely hear everything. So don't forget Exclamation Podcast in the chat. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers on the podcast channel before the live stream is over tonight, I will be doing a giveaway. You gotta earn it. Work it.
And if you'd like to do a super chat in the chat, you can help fund our microphones for better audio. I feel kind of bad because I feel like this is a little bit of my fault.
Why?
Because you were like, "Oh, we should get the."
I did. I was like, we should buy the condenser microphones.
Yes,
the
condenser.
No.
I was like, no, we have these microphones. It's fine. And then Becca started editing it, and she's like, Ian, we have a problem.
Is horrible.
We have a problem. And I'm like, oh no. And we listened to it. We will do it.
Not next week. We're going to do it every 2 weeks. The next episode will already be better. We'll use the microphones we still have because we're going to do this with what we have.
Yep.
And as we can invest money into that endeavor, we will funnel money from our own YouTube channels, whatever, to help buy things and set up equipment. But for right now, I mean, honestly, you guys, you're just there for the conversation and the camaraderie and the humor, and the relationship that we have comes through regardless of what the technology is. So we're just hoping that the personality sells it before.
Right, exactly.
In the meantime.
Mary just gave a super chat for $25.
Woo-hoo!
Thank you, Mary. Appreciate it.
Spoiler alert, that $25 is buying Starbucks.
Right?
I know he told you it was going to be microphones. I'm telling you it's Starbucks. Thank you guys for subscribing. The podcast is So Off Kilter. Exclamation Podcast in the chat will get you a link. Let's see where we are subscriber-wise. We are at 592. We still got 408 subscribers to go before I can do that giveaway, guys.
Are we bribing you a little bit?
Oh, I'm bribing them. Like, this is totally a bribe. And only one person is going to walk out the lucky winner.
Oh, boy.
Mary just texted me and said, hey, wait a minute. Fine, I'll put it in the microphone fund.
Put it towards those microphones.
Isn't there an Off Kilter Quilter podcast?
There,
Is there?
I don't know.
I don't know. And maybe we change it to the Becca and Ian show. I don't know. I'm not really so much sold on the name of it. Like, we can change that if the branding needs to change. Yeah. We just were trying to come up with something to hold our place. We could call it the BS. Because I was thinking like the BS show because for some reason I thought Ian started with an S.
Well, my middle name does start with an S.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work.
Hey Ruth, thanks for joining. Tonight we are working on 2 different projects. Becca is working on her sew sampler box.
It's called the Summer Getaway Quilt! Exclamation project in the chat. We'll get you a link to the quilt kit for the same project that I'm making tonight.
And I am working on I'm testing a legit kit pattern that they are doing in partnership with Kohl's Quilts. And slowly working my way through it. Tammy says, I like the name, please don't change it.
Okay.
Josie thinks that we should both go on the comedy circuit.
You know, I didn't realize, my mom tells me and has been saying for the past like 10 years or so, when did you become funny? I'm like, Mom, I've always been like this. You just don't pay attention to me. When did you get funny? And I never really considered myself funny. And part of that is because when I'm sitting here, like just riffing or whatever, I'm sure there are people that are laughing, but I don't hear the laughter.
Right, sure.
Right? I just hear
silence. That's the hardest part about being a YouTuber is not being able to hear the reactions and everything else.
That's why the comments are so great.
Yes.
And the thumbs up.
Yep.
It's not necessarily even for the engagement. I'll tell you the things that make me feel super appreciated or like you got the jokes or the delivery or the content that I was trying to produce is the thumbs up are always great. The comments are always great, but you do get to the point where you can't reply to every single comment.
Yeah.
So I do read them, but I can't always reply to all of them because otherwise I'd just be doing that nonstop. But the best thing, and this is my thing, is when the views are good and the engagement, meaning people stayed tuned in all the way through. Because you can see where people start to dip off in your analytics. So when I see a video is performing well, and to me performing well means that the views are above what they normally would be. It's on the up end, right? It's performing well with views. People are clicking on the thumbnail to watch the video, but then they're staying to watch all the way through.
Yep.
Your actions speak louder than your thumb clicks, your subscribey-bibies, or your comments. If you're going to stick around and watch the whole video, that means more than any of those things above.
Melissa says that some of us are rolling on the floor laughing.
I will just picture that in the back of my head. And, you know, before the evening's through, we all know Ian's going to be rolling on the floor.
Pretty much. Although I was laughing pretty hard when you ran out of the room screaming.
Yeah, when I was editing back that podcast, right? I was like, when I just got to the first line, it opened up with, you're like, I'm Ian, the Off Kilter Crafter, and I was like, and I'm so Becca, and spoiler alert, I am never letting you leave my house. That just happened. Like, I didn't prepare that. I didn't plan it. It just came out.
Yeah, I was not prepared. Like, my reaction is a genuine reaction to that of just...
And that was just a genuine me saying something.
Yep.
I laughed when I saw it. I was like, that's funny.
Mary
said, we are up to 617.
Woo!
You guys, we're going to make it a good gift. Get us to 1,000, please. Dinner's here, guys, but I still love y'all. Peace. Deuces. See ya.
Enjoy dinner.
It's called Off Kilter Quilt, but I think it's no longer active, so go for it.
Works.
Got it, Betty Bernina.
Zaza says Ian on the floor is a given. I mean, you're not wrong at all.
No.
You're not wrong at all.
So your live stream for the next few weeks is going to be from here, right?
Yeah, as I still get set up and everything. So Sunday, since we are working at the at the quilt show, I am planning to take photos of the quilts that I liked, and then just talk about those on my live stream. If you want to join me, you're welcome to.
You're lucky she didn't stomp on those toes, Ian. That's what Dale said. This is if he doesn't fall off the chair once he's laughing so hard. So Becca is going to be starring in her her own version of the film Misery. Breaking your ankles so you can't leave.
Right.
I'll only break the left one so that you can still sew.
There you go. Good thinking. Good thinking. I actually have not seen that movie, but I love Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
Oh, love her. I need to watch Matlock. I have it recorded, and I need to watch it.
Jason wants to watch that too, so maybe,
maybe
I think
we
he
should
watched
watch
the first episode.
Yeah.
So you could watch it, but when you're here, hanging out on weekends and stuff,
Yeah.
you guys should watch that together.
That would be great.
And give you another thing to bond over.
Bond. Oh.
Can I tell them what he said about your rainbow quilt?
Yes.
Why don't you tell him?
No, by all means.
My husband, you guys. Ian has a quilt that's backed with rainbow fabric.
I do.
And he's been using our washer and dryer to get his laundry and stuff caught up. It was a couple days ago. And he brought the quilt upstairs to wash it. And as he's carrying it upstairs, Jason looks over at him and goes, "That's the gayest quilt I've ever seen." He was just like,
Yep.
"Yep." And just kept walking.
Yep.
A little hobbling never hurt anyone, Trina Taco said.
Did I do this right? Yes. Okay. Good.
Somebody did say earlier, I don't remember who it was, congratulations on your ribbon.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that yet.
No, we haven't. So Sean and I both entered quilts into the doll quilt category at the Virginia State Fair.
I almost said State Fair of Texas.
You haven't been here. It's only been a week, Ian. It's only been a week. And I won an honorable mention for my Twilight Sparkle.
Yay!
But Mary thought that was not a good enough ribbon. So she sent me a prize through Amazon. I got a first place ribbon now. She sent a little gift card.
Yep.
The gift card said, or the little gift note in there said, "All your quilts are first place, are blue ribbon winners to me, Becca." I was like, "Oh, Mary. Can't wait for you to come make sweet potato casserole." Mm-hmm. LCSD says, "Matlock is great. Can't wait for the show to start."
Joan is asking, Ian, have you heard from Amy regarding your quilts at the quilt show in Texas? Yes, they're actually, she dropped them in the UPS today. They are starting to make their way back to me. And I was a little disappointed. I'm gonna be transparent with you. I was a little disappointed because none of the 3 quilts that I entered into the show won any ribbons. My 4-letter banana quilt did get a viewer's choice vote. It didn't win, but it did get at least a vote. They contacted me via email and said, "Congratulations, although your quilt didn't win viewer's choice, it did receive at least 1 vote." So I'm very happy that at least one person voted for my quilt for viewer's choice.
I did.
Wow, you teleported down there? Is that what happened? Mm-hmm. So, and I did read the notes. I got 2 notes back out of my 3 quilts. Somehow I got somebody else's notes, and apparently they got mine.
For the 3rd one?
For the Halloween quilt that I made. And so, I don't know. Poor Amy's like, "I don't know what happened. I'm trying to figure it out." I'm like, "It's okay. No big deal." But yeah, the judges were a little harsh this time. Not mean, but I was definitely...
They expected
more
a
than
lot.
what
You expected.
They expected a lot, to be honest.
Maybe the competition was fierce.
I mean, that is entirely possible. That is absolutely... I did see some of the quilts that were at the show, and they were wonderful quilts. So, but it was interesting to me, some of the notes that they said. Some of the notes I got this time I've never gotten before, so... Very interesting. Thank you, Mariah. I'm doing wonderful now. I'm doing wonderful. I'm very happy.
That was the comment that said you seem so happy now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. I am very happy to be out of Texas, to be honest. And I'll be honest with you guys. I have felt some feels today, like having my stuff delivered, like made it even more, like, it just kind of keeps getting more and more real, if that makes sense. So, yeah. We talk about some of those feelings on the podcast.
Yep, we do. And I think the other thing that we didn't talk about on the podcast is, even though, like, you're not taking the bedroom upstairs,
Right.
you have your own defined space, but I think you still feel very much very much a part of this family. Like,
Right.
you already have a safety net, you already have a support system. And shoot, like, I was surprised when you came here in November last year, you already have friends in the area.
Yep.
Like, we're not his only support system. He's got his own life, he's got his own friends. And yeah, it's great. You're in a more liberal area,
Yes.
which is something that you were looking for.
Very much so.
You've got a support system here.
Yep.
And we'll see how it works. We'll see where your journey takes you.
Yep, exactly. Trina, yes, the notes I'm speaking of were notes from the judges. So some shows, not all shows, but some shows will actually give you notes back about your quilts. So if you, like, won a ribbon, you can see what they were looking at that gave you that ribbon. Or if you didn't win a ribbon, you can see, like, what you needed to improve on. Although I always take those improvements with a grain of salt, because I've literally had one judge say the binding on my quilt was not up to par. And then literally the next show it went to, that judge was like, perfect binding. So it was kind of like, okay, all right. You just never know.
Philomena says, question about your new podcast. Is this only available on YouTube with no within the podcast app? I would not be opposed to making the audio available in a podcast
Sure.
app, actually.
Sure.
And if you want to see the video version, you're welcome to go do that. Or if you just want to download the audio, you can do that as well. But it would be, the full episode of both would be on either one. But I will tell you, the editing that we did for the podcast, we definitely are leaning on it being more of a video podcast, because we are interspersing, like, pop-ups and pictures and things. But I know some people don't use YouTube for podcasts. They want just the audio. And so I've actually been thinking about looking into, okay, well, if we get the audio mixed, we pull it down.
Yep.
What would it take to get a podcast established within a podcast app?
Yep. We can
So,
definitely do that.
thinking about that.
We're exploring all the options and figuring out what's going to work best for everybody. We do talk about several things and, like, show them on the screen.
Yep.
So there's, moving forward, if we decide to go and put it on an actual, like, Apple Podcast app or any of the things, we'll need to keep in mind describing what we're talking about, not just showing it. So all the things are possibilities at this point.
Do you think you could have gotten a little blowback from Plano with your quilts?
Good question. I don't think so. Personally, I don't think so, because I don't even know if the Austin show knew anything about the Plano show and what happened. Good question, Dale, but I personally don't think so. I think I have some theories. I'll put it that way. I have some theories, and I don't think that is a part of it.
Mary is monitoring our sub count. Mary, can you let us know what we're at now? It looks like Betty Bernina just subscribed to the podcast. Thank you so much.
639.
Yay.
Sorry, Mary, I did your job for you.
How often will you do the podcast? It'll be every 2 weeks. We're aiming for Wednesday nights. So probably around 6:30, 7 o'clock, we'll have the episode drop. That seems to be what time works best for my channel. So it seems to be 6:30, 7 o'clock Eastern time is when most people are online looking for something to listen to. We have already gotten emails about guest appearances on the podcast.
Yes,
The first episode hasn't even dropped, and we've already got people saying, "Ooh, can I be on with you?" And the answer right now is not yet. Like, I don't even know that we have the technology with the setup that we're doing. We don't really have the technology to bring in somebody through a video conference, but maybe that's something we'll do down the road.
I'm not opposed to it. That's for sure.
I'm not opposed to it either, as long as it's the right personality.
Right.
They have to, I want the podcast to be entertaining.
Yep.
I want the conversation to flow. So if it's somebody that I've got that doesn't gel personality wise, then I really want to screen who we're thinking about.
Right, for sure. Well, and we also want to make sure that we are keeping topic relevant.
Yes.
That's very important to this, is making sure that we are keeping topic relevant, and we're not just bringing people on just to bring them on. We want them to be a part of the conversation and whatnot, but we don't want it to be, taken out of context, I guess.
Will you ever do lives on your collab channel? Maybe.
Possibly.
Maybe. I could see us doing like a live Q&A once every couple months or something, like an every other month thing. Yes, the light on the Mini Aliso is a new it's from the new model. Yes, that's correct.
Yep. I kind of love it. I know at first Becca was like, why is this a thing? And then she loves it. And I kind of love it too. I'm not going to lie.
1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6.
5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kate wants to know if Ian knew right away that he was going to move within 10 minutes of me.
No, I didn't actually.
But when you decided to move to this area, you did.
Yeah. Once I decided to move to this area, yes. Because the original thought was, I'm going to be honest, it was actually Colorado. Colorado was the original destination and choice. And then I kind of moved away from that idea, and since I had been here already several times, I was like, you know what? This seems like a really good area. I love DC. I think it is such a great area, and so I was like, you know what? Let's move close to Becca, so that way I have the support network already established and figured out, and I won't get as homesick. Although my friends were talking in a group chat tonight, and they were making plans to get dinner and hang out, all the nieces and nephews, and all of that. And I have to say, it was hard seeing them, making plans. And I'm just like, I love y'all. I wish I could be there. And they're like, we'll FaceTime you in.
Not the same.
It's not. It is not. But at least they're trying.
Thinking about you.
Yeah. It was very sweet. I was like, any excuse to FaceTime with y'all, I will. We'll take that.
I am just getting all of my little pieces together. I'm pairing up the orange pieces that I want with my 4 patches, because this is going to make like a little semi-border around 2 of the sides. So
Joan is asking, Becca, will you be able to chat on the podcast, or is it just watching? I don't know much about podcasts.
So the podcast, I don't know much about how to run a podcast on like a podcast app, but otherwise it is a video just like you see here on YouTube. The videos that we're going to release, and I haven't even talked to Ian about this, so this is me being completely on the spot.
What?
When the podcast drops, I do think we'll set it up to be a premiere so that you can have the live chat and you can be in the chat talking to us at the same time. Mm-hmm. And I think we're looking at probably 7 o'clock on Wednesday. This Wednesday is when we're thinking about scheduling it. So, no, we know it's going to be Wednesday, so it has to be 7 o'clock because of work for me. So it's about an hour and 15 minutes. So if you want to plan accordingly, feel free. But the live chat will be there if we set it up as a premiere.
Mm-hmm. Although you don't have to.
You can always watch it as the replay. And after the chat has processed with YouTube, you'll be able to see what everybody said in the live chat too.
Absolutely, Zaza says FaceTime It isn't the same, but FaceTime is better than just a phone call, and you're
That's
absolutely right.
That's right.
You're 100% right on that. So that's all. I just click the link. Yeah, click the link and then hit subscribe, so that way you get a notification when the podcast goes live. But yes, that is all you got to do.
And it's just like any other YouTube channel, right? You'll get the notifications just like you would with any other channel. Mm-hmm. But what we're committing to you right now, as of now, this might change in the future. We're only doing one episode every 2 weeks.
Yep.
My schedule, Ian's schedule, I don't think we could do that and keep up with our normal YouTube channel and all those other things.
Yep.
But we also don't want to inundate you with a video from Becca and Ian every single day. There are some of you out there that'd be like, okay, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
It would be a lot. So we want to give you quality rather than quantity. Mm-hmm. So we're saving up topics, and we're having a good long, little chat about that topic, and may tangent about 500 times.
Spoiler alert,
we tangented before we even announced the topic.
Yep. We sure did. But we have a whole list going of topic ideas, and if you want to, you can actually head over to the So Becca website right now. It is live, right?
Yes, it is live.
There's actually a form that you can fill out on the So Becca website where you can suggest topic ideas or give feedback to us. So please feel free to head over to sobecca.com and fill out the form and give us some topic ideas you would love to hear about.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's so funny because you were saying, you were talking about, I haven't even talked to Ian yet. The thought was in my head, do we make it a premiere or do we make it a standard post?
We literally think too much alike.
We really do. It was kind of like, hey, I had that idea.
Yeah. Yep. Da, 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 da.
Anna says, I moved 2,500 miles away from home. My parents' internet is slow, dial up, live in the middle of nowhere. It's hard not having video. Yeah, I absolutely can understand that. Especially because I want to see all my nieces and nephews. That was the thing that threw me for a loop, is watching my nieces and nephews grow up. And it's going to hit home even harder now every time I go back
and they're
to
bigger.
See them, because they're going to be
growing up
that much older. So, although I am at some point going to sneak home without telling them, I've already arranged it with one of my friends. I've been like, so I'm going to come home and I'm going to stay at your place and we're going to go together and just not tell everybody else that it's happening.
I love that.
Definitely want to do that.
What? Becca got a ribbon? My friend Mary told me all of my quilts are deserving of a blue first place ribbon. So yes, I have a first place ribbon. I entered a quilt show. Only quilts made by Becca were allowed, and I could only submit one, and I won the blue ribbon. But I also did win an honorable mention ribbon
did.
At the state fair. So there's that.
We both screamed when we saw the picture.
Yeah, and you know what? When I saw it, I was stunned, and then you screamed, and then when you screamed, I was like, oh! And for a minute, I was like, why are you screaming? And then I was like, oh my God. Please don't take this the wrong way, because I have friends that, I'm still new to this whole being in relationships where other people genuinely want you to succeed. Mm-hmm. That's something that's new to me within the past few years. Now, don't get me wrong, my husband roots for me all day, every day, twice on Sunday, but having friends that are a part of your life that want that's something that I did not have, right? So I think I had a couple of friends that did, but there was very much a lot of folks that were in it just for what they could get out of it. And I've been a little burned by that.
It's funny, I didn't tell you this, but the whole time that we were driving back from the Quilt Expo, I was actually scouring the social
told me.
media
You told me.
Yeah.
You didn't tell them.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually scoured the internet. I was looking at YouTube videos. I was looking at Facebook posts. I had been scouring, looking for both of her quilts to see if there was a ribbon on them.
Actually, I take that back. You did not tell me that much detail.
Right.
But you did tell me you were looking.
I was looking. Yeah,
And I
I
was
told
like,
you
oh,
that I was
okay.
looking,
Yep.
but I honestly looked up YouTube videos and was like scanning through the videos, and there were several points when I would go back because I was like, oh no, that's not hers. So yeah, I was looking, and I was genuinely so thrilled for you when I saw that picture come up and saw your ribbon.
How did Sean do with his submissions? His doll quilt won an honorable mention as well. And ironically, both of our quilts are hanging right next to each other, which I thought was hilarious.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
So funny.
So he got a ribbon too, which is honestly like, we can joke about how it was a competition between the two of us and I didn't beat Sean or Sean didn't beat me, but it really wasn't. Like, it was really just more of a, hey, we're both in Virginia. Let's both put something into the same category. It'll be fun.
But I told both of them, they better watch out next year.
That's okay. Sean and I are going to collab on a.
There you go.
It'll be Sean and I against Ian.
I love that.
Look at him over there like, come on, bring it.
Bring it. Bring it. No, I thought about entering this year. Actually, Becca encouraged me to enter a quilt this year.
The more the merrier.
There was just so hectic and crazy with the move that I was like, you know what, I can't. I have too many irons in the fire right now. I really need time to focus on getting moved and all that. So I did not enter anything this year, but next year, and y'all have county fairs, which I'm not used to.
We'll be doing the county fair next year too. And there's a section at the state fair for blue ribbon winners from the county fairs.
Oh.
So I want to see if I can get a blue ribbon from the county fair so that I can have, my goal in 2025 would be to have a blue ribbon quilt from the county fair hanging at the state fair.
There you go.
That's what I would like.
I love that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. See, I've been trying to figure out, like, why have I never known a county fair before? Because I don't know if that's not a thing in Texas, or if it's like I lived in such a populated, dense area that, like, the state fair is one of the biggest fairs in the entire country. And I just wonder, I don't know, it's a little weird to me. I'm still learning about the United States. I don't know if that makes sense, but whatever. Hi, Becky. Becky says, hello, everybody. I'm late, but I'm here.
Barb says there's nothing wrong with an honorable mention ribbon. Way to go. No, I'm okay with that. Like, I would have been happy had they given me a ribbon that was like last received quilt. Like, I wasn't in it for I want to be better than anybody. I wanted to feel a little bit like my work was better than not that it was better than anybody else's, but I just wanted my work recognized.
You wanted recognition.
I just wanted recognition because I knew how much work and time and thought went into that cathedral window. That's really all I wanted. Honorable mention, it got it, right? And if they would have given me recognition for late entry, I would have taken that too. I don't care. Honestly, they could have given me a participation trophy that said was accepted and hung at the Virginia State Fair to sew onto the back of it, and I would have been beyond the moon happy with that. Like, this was not about I need to be first place. It wasn't about a competition. It was really about I just want the recognition that I did something nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, shoot. Well, I made a boo-boo, but it should be okay. Let's see.
Did you all see this week I posted a video recap, a vlog for the first time in months, recapping what I've been working on and what I've been doing in my lives? Changing direction for a sec. That red featherweight, Deets Please, sounds like it sews like a dream. It is not a featherweight. It is a Singer 301. It's a 1951 Singer 301. I bought it off Facebook Marketplace and then sent it
to Bob.
To get it greased up, oiled up. He replaced a couple of small minor parts on it and painted it red for me. So it is custom painted.
Louise is asking Ian question, which one of your videos showing quilt shows had the gorgeous quilt that looked like a portrait? I want to show an artist friend. Was it the 2023 QuiltCon? There have been several quilt shows that I've gone to that have had portraits in them. So I unfortunately...
Do you have a picture on your phone? A couple that maybe you could send to her if she emailed you?
Maybe. I might, but I don't. I also delete pictures
Oh, okay.
of quilt shows after I've posted them, so I may have the picture. I may not. Yeah. So there were several portrait quilts at QuiltCon 2024. So maybe if you can give me some more details, shoot me an email. offkiltercrafterian@gmail.com. Shoot me an email and I might be able, like, if you can give me something else to go off of, any kind of, like...
What was in the quilt?
Yeah.
What did it look like? Maybe colors, something like that.
Excuse me.
Let me clear my throat.
Yup. But yeah, shoot me an email and I can try to help pinpoint it a little bit better. But I do have several portrait-like quilts, including my Lady Gaga quilt.
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh, and I did receive word that I unfortunately did not make the Bernina Ambassador this year. So I will not
there's always next year.
There's always next year.
Get your following up a little bit. Take your brand a little more seriously and see if they are excited to partnership with you.
Yup. So, no big deal. Not upset about that. Honestly, like, the timing and everything is probably for the best.
Yeah. Everything happens for a reason.
Exactly.
We have one from the Atlantic Quilt Con of President and Mrs. Obama. We do. Yep. All right.
Becca, your quilt was gorgeous. Loved it. Congratulations for putting a quilt in.
Thank you. It's funny because when the Guild was canvassing for submissions for the quilt show this weekend, I literally was like, oh, I'm going to submit Ursa and Twilight Sparkle. And then I filled out the form for Twilight Sparkle, and I was so excited because I was like, I can't wait till the Guild sees my cathedral window. This is going to be great. And then I was like, oh, wait, that's the same weekend as the state fair. It's not available to hang.
Yup.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's the hardest part of quilt shows is making sure that you don't put your quilt into two different shows at the same time.
Do you see the message from Louise? She said maybe you needed to send a picture of you in your Bernina shirt.
Right, right. I feel like I might have, to be honest, because they did ask for, like, a couple of photos of myself, and I feel like that was one that I included. I can't remember. I submitted that like earlier this year, so my memory is a little hazy on it, but I feel like one of the photos I submitted was me in my Bernina shirt. Love that Bernina shirt.
Ibby is asking, what does it mean to be an ambassador for Bernina? How does that work?
That's a good question. So, not every year. About every, I think it's 18 months, they put out a call for Bernina ambassadors, and basically what they're looking for is people to represent the Bernina brand on social media. Usually these are people who have a pretty significant following on social media. It's usually people who write patterns or make clothing. It's not just quilters and such. It's a little bit of mixture of everybody. And so they go through and look for people to basically represent their brand on social media. And you also get to go attend Bernina University at their campus and, get to do all the fun things. So I applied, and I think I'm just on the cusp of being what they're looking for. I just don't think I have quite the number of followers that they were looking for yet. So maybe in the next 18 months, I will grow enough that I will get a big enough following, and they'll look towards me next time.
There you go.
It's kind of like being a Cotton Cuts ambassador. It's basically just trying to represent the brand on social media.
Let's see where we are with our subscribers on the podcast. We are at 655. Come on, guys.
Woo-hoo!
You want a giveaway? We need 345 more subscribers before 10 o'clock.
Eastern
time.
Betty, thank you so much. I appreciate that. She says, Ian, you would be an amazing Bernina ambassador. Someone with great personality and talent would be great. I'd vote for you. Well, I really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that a lot.
Polly is asking, what year is your Singer? This is a 1951 Singer 301.
Aw, Cheryl says, I love positivity from both Ian and Becca. Challenging work week, and I'm smiling and laughing. Great way to start the weekend. I'm so glad that we could provide that escape from the week.
Absolutely. It's the whole point of tonight. Mm-hmm. And this is honestly the first evening that I've had all week to sit down and sew.
It is. You have not done much sewing.
Nope. Thank you guys for subscribing.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Okay, I'm going to promote a product.
Oh, yeah. Here, let me make you big so everyone can see.
Sure.
All right, go for it, Ian.
All right, so I got a tumbler. Should I do it like the makeup people do? They put their hand behind it. Anyways, I got a tumbler. This is from Krista. I almost forgot your name, Krista. Sorry. Krista Smith. She is the owner of Grunge and Grace.
Who's in Texas.
Who is in Texas. Who I didn't even meet until I made it to the Plano show. Go figure that one. But anywho, Grunge and Grace, you can check out all of her social media. She posts stuff up on Facebook, and she also has an
Hold
Etsy
that back
store.
a tick. It's a little
Sorry about that.
out of focus.
How's
Put
that?
it back close, back up a little bit. Go slowly in, slowly in, slowly in. I think they can get it.
Okay. Grunge and Grace on Facebook. If you look that up,
It's also on Etsy.
On Etsy as well. She made this custom-made tumbler for me, and it's a really fun one because it has the diamonds from Tabby Road, from Tula Pink, of course. But look at this. Look at this part down here. You're probably like, that's a weird base. Well, it's actually...
Hog speaker on.
A speaker! There's a Bluetooth speaker on it. How cool is that? So you can actually have a Bluetooth speaker. You can jam out to your tunes out by the pool, out on the beach, wherever you are.
Music just following you around.
I know. You can have Siri anytime you want her or him. And then the top can actually be, there's several different tops that you can use. I have the regular drink lid on top, but there's also a lid that you can put on that if you want to put your cans inside. You can put a can in, lock it in with the top. I am so excited to have this, and obviously it is not beach season anymore. But I'm excited because at some point, Virginia Beach sounds like a lot of fun. Oh.
Something happened to you.
I'm gone.
You are gone.
I'm gone.
What happened?
I don't know. It just like...
Hog speaker off.
It just like exited.
Yeah. You're not even in the Zoom anymore.
I know. It just like gone.
So join back in.
Hold on. Pulling it back up.
The whole app just went, nah,
it did.
you're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. The app just was like, nope. Bye.
And there you are back in. Let's
And there's gonna be echo for a second. I'm gonna try. There we go.
All right. Let's assign you to guest 1. And we'll bring him on back.
I don't know what happened. Sorry, guys. That was weird.
It was weird.
Very, very strange.
We're at 664 now.
Woo! Teresa says, my daughter has one of those with the speaker. Dale is asking, am I getting used to the time difference slowly?
I think you saying Eastern time is still catching you.
Yeah, it's still catching me, and I'm also staying up until like 1 o'clock still.
You'll get used to it.
I will.
It just takes some time.
It does.
It does.
Auntie L Handmade, her name is Lori.
Hi, Lori.
She's in the chat sometimes. I don't know if she's here tonight, but I do want to give her a shout out because she sent me a layer cake, a batik layer cake.
Oh, that was nice.
And in that package, she gave us each one of the So Yeah rulers.
Yes, she did.
And I did try it. It is just about, it feels like it's just about as good as my Quilter Select ruler, but there's something on the back that the coating on the back feels different. You can feel the coating on the back here, but this feels a little bit more sticky. But they both work. It's good. It's good. I think the marking on the Quilter Select, or on the So Yeah ruler is a little bit more simple, which is not a bad idea. What's up?
I think Nancy's correct. Nancy said, could it have been from the Bluetooth speaker connecting to my phone? That kicked me out?
Look at Nancy knowing technology.
I know. I was like, what the heck happened? And now she says that. I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. Truth.
Smart.
SMRT.
Smarty pants. Susan says she got dropped from a Zoom this morning.
Oh, really?
Technology was just not her friend this morning.
I'm sewing together the summer. Oh, sorry.
Burp,
I
burp.
started reading what the bot was telling people I was working on.
Oh. I have almost done that a couple of times. I have almost done that.
It looks like you hit the speaker on your cup and then you went out.
Yep. That makes a lot of sense, guys. It makes perfect sense as to why I dropped audio and video.
It's 8:15 here in Central, Ian.
It
Just
is.
so you need to know.
I keep going to look at my watch like it's on my wrist. My watch is dying super fast for some reason.
Mine
right
is
now.
too.
Yeah, I'm not happy.
I think it's a Virginia thing.
I think it's
'Cause
an
mine-
Apple thing.
Mine doesn't even last. Like, it gets to the whole day. And right at the end, it's like, I'm at 20%. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
I didn't even look at you.
Right.
Catherine says, hi, Becca. I never get to catch you live. I am so... Oh, wait, no. Hi, Becca. I never catch you live. So, hey.
Hi.
Hey, Catherine.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey. Exclamation podcast. Subscribe.
Exclamation
Sorry.
podcast.
We might be promoting our podcast tonight.
Maybe just a little. Maybe just a little. 667.
I'm glad we skipped right over that.
I know. I
666.
was like, oh gosh.
Please don't land there. Watch one person over there to unsubscribe be like, ha 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 ha.
No.
Oh, you know what we could do that would be fun?
What?
Yeah, but it takes work to set up the tech. I could screen share the live count of subscribers and have that down in the bottom to just see it grow. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be, especially when you and then I hit 100,000 subscribers.
Oh, when I get to like that 99,
right.
it's just gonna always be
Always
up
be
there.
there, yeah.
I'll be like,
Every live stream, you'll just see it there.
speaking of, did you hear that? So yeah, hit 100,000.
What?
I know,
Congratulations
so
to
happy for them.
That's awesome.
All right, hold on. Let's see if I can get.
I would love to hit 100,000
I would
someday.
love that.
It would be very nice. It's a goal. It's a goal that I have.
It's a goal one day.
It's a goal one day.
It's a goal one day. All right,
One day.
let's do.
Gosh darn it. It is what it is.
Is this it?
Guess who, Nancy? That is what happened to my watch, it feels like. She says that the new update has done that to her phone. I feel like the update to my watch, like the moment I installed it, it dies super, super fast. And here I am ordering the iPhone 16. Go figure. Go figure. Judy, Ian, are you doing Sunday shows from your new apartment and what time? Judy, I don't have the technology set up quite yet. That is on my bucket list of things to do. So I am going to be doing live streams from my apartment once I get the technology set up. Becca has been kind enough to volunteer her space and her technology while I get that arranged. So I will be live streaming for a few Sundays, maybe, from her space here. And then it's the same time, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. Although this Sunday I'll be at 3 p.m. because of the Quilt show.
Look at that. I just put it on there.
There you go.
Isn't that great?
Love it.
That's great.
670.
And now it's right there in front of me and I can still see the chat.
There you go. Look at you.
Should have done that earlier.
Shoot, I don't like how these are lining up.
Well, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Oh,
well.
I just changed to my 3 camera setup. Let me go back over here to the 2-person. There we go. 671.
Woo!
We just grew. Woo woo! And every time it goes up, we should be like ding 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 ding.
Oh, should I get the bell from the
No,
back door?
the dogs will start trying to go outside.
Outside. Hello.
672.
Woo woo. Donna says one time
Mary said, "Okay, Becca, you no longer need me. I get it." No, we always need you, but I just thought this was fun.
Donna says one time I put 8 suits that made my husband and county fair in Ohio. It came in third. I'm not sure what an 8 suit is. I'm guessing that there was probably some autocorrect happening in that moment. Came in third, and I took 1, and 2 was my instructor from where I took the class from. So it sounds like she beat her instructor in an 8 suit, which I'm not exactly sure what that is. I'm sure she will come on in a moment and be like, no, I meant this.
Barb is asking, Becca, are you using Lulla Boutique fabric? No, this is actually Fig Tree. It's called Denim and
Grace.
Daisies.
Oh.
Denim and Daisies.
Denim and Daisies. That sounds like a Lady Gaga song. I don't know why.
We're at 677.
Woo woo!
Tebby says, y'all start to sound like those wee pig commercials.
We do.
Is Ian streaming to his channel too? You only have 619 watching. Yes, we only have 619 watching, but we're not showing how many people are watching the live stream. We're showing how many people are subscribed. It's a live count. How many people are subscribing to the Off Kilter Podcast. Mm-hmm. We're trying to get it to 1,000 in the next 38 minutes.
We can do it.
We can do it. Come on, guys. Wouldn't it be great if our first video dropped and we had 1,000?
Oh my gosh, that would be awesome.
I would be beyond ecstatic. I would be like, okay,
so
that was
fun.
great. Okay.
Pat, I have a question for you. Because I got your message right before the live stream. Why is Hawaii not an option for you? And fill everybody in. She left a comment on my YouTube channel in the video on my moving, and she said that Hawaii was not an option. And I'm curious: is it because you don't fly? Or is it because it's too hard to load your RV onto a boat to take it there? I feel like that's probably the answer, is it's too hard to take it on a boat.
I'm on a boat.
I'm on a boat.
I'm on a boat.
I'm on a boat.
Take a good hard look at my lovely, lovely boat. The real song doesn't say those nice
it-
words.
no,
It says
does not.
bad words.
It says bad word.
My big, lovely boat. That's what we'll say. My big,
There you
lovely boat.
go. Oh, it was a suit that I made my husband. The jacket alone had over 100 pieces in it. Oh my.
Wow.
That's very intriguing. Becca, do you spin your seams for 4 patches?
I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's like,
Like this?
yes,
Okay.
I think so.
So I got, not always, but with this one I guess I did. I know somebody sent me an email about making a video on how to spin seams. I have to figure it out on my own. Or I have to figure it out for myself so I can show you. That's
Right,
what I meant.
There you go. I have to figure it out for myself, and then I'm not going to show you.
I'd like to camp in Hawaii due to cost, and no, I wouldn't be able to take my trailer.
Makes sense.
$691. $309, and we can do a giveaway, guys.
Oh, Denise is asking, what is the restaurant that was being constructed near your old apartment? It was called Whiskey Cake. It is. There was only a location in Irving. Irving was the closest location to me, and then they started building a Whiskey Cake right before I left, and I was so mad because that is such an amazing restaurant, and I couldn't have it.
Mary, they're building a Nothing Bunk Cakes over by the Texas Roadhouse on Liberia.
Ooh.
So, Becca, do you either of you use a diamond-shaped ruler? If so, what brand? And thank you. Nope. Do you, Ian?
Nope, sure don't.
Jackie says,
Diamond-shaped?
Ian, I missed the beginning. Any update on your furniture?
Oh, yes. So it delivered today. Everything delivered. I got my car yesterday. I got all of my things today. They didn't lose a box. Everything, although for half a second I thought they did, but thankfully they did not. Everything is, as far as I can tell, there. And only 2 things were damaged. One beyond repair, unfortunately. But it was just a little TV rolling tray. Nothing like, came off of Amazon, so I'm pretty sure it was cheap to begin with. But yeah, everything is. I of course start the unboxing process and getting all that taken care of. And I ask them how long I have to unbox things and check if they're good. And I didn't realize. Take a guess at how many days I have to
7.
figure out.
7.
No,
3.
no,
1.
no.
Okay.
180.
Oh, well, that's
I
good.
have 180 days to find out if anything's broken. Because I was like, oh gosh, I'm going to have to like start unpacking everything and get it. Nope, 180 days. And I was like, okay, I can deal with that. Was not expecting that, honestly.
Are you happy with the car repair, Ian?
Yes, very. I can't tell that anything was wrong. I really can't. I ran my finger over that area. I inspected it like under a microscope. Not really, but like
You did look at it really close.
I looked really hard at it. Becca took me to go pick up my car, and I could not tell that anything happened. So I'm very happy with the repair. Very, very happy with the repair. I wish it didn't have to happen in the first place, but
Do you guys know of a program or app that you can pick 5 or 6 colors first and then preview the colors in different quilt patterns? I would buy that. You know what? I wonder if I could build that on my website.
ooh, that's a good idea.
Give me some time to chew on that. I'm always looking for something I can script on my website. I like to do a little bit of light scripting.
ChatGPT?
Well, that could do it, but it won't get you all the way there.
no, for
You still got like, you still got to know how to write code.
Right. All right, here's the block.
Did you just back up into the shelf?
Did I?
Something happened because
Oh.
everything over here shook.
Oh, sorry. I probably did.
No, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't an earthquake.
No, it was. I think I backed into it by
okay.
accident. Here is the block. As you can see, it is not perfect. But thankfully, with this design, I'll show the design again.
Hold on, I'll make you big so they can see.
With this design, it looks like a stained glass window. So thankfully, with this one, I'm not so concerned with being precise because it looks like a stained glass window, and stained glass windows kind of have those weird jagged edges and stuff like that. So not upset about it.
Is that Jason in there
I guess
again?
so. It was either Jason or Zoe. Becky, maybe they replaced the whole trunk lid. I think that maybe what they did is they replaced the whole trunk lid. But
Yeah, but then they would have had to find it in the right color.
Right.
A lot of times, in my experience, when they have to replace something like that, then they also paint it, and they took it there Saturday.
Yep.
They would not have had time to paint it and have it back to you by, because it was here Wednesday night.
Yeah. Yup. Rebecca is asking, Becca, is this a difficult quilt to sew?
The one that I'm working on, no. Definitely beginner friendly. Exclamation Project will get you a link to the kit if you would like to pick it up.
Plug it in, plug it. Why did I go that direction? I don't know.
I mean, I did starch and cut all of my fabric before the live stream. It took me about an hour to do that. And I will probably have this quilt put together minus the border because I don't have and that's only because I don't have the border fabric picked out yet. But I will probably have this fully put together before the live stream's over. So you're probably looking at a quilt that you could put together in an afternoon.
Ian, have you finished a row yet? I have not. I have not finished a row. This one has kind of, not extra pieces, but it has a lot of pieces to it. Here's the full picture, by the way, of what it looks like without the kind of mosaic tile. But yeah, I have not finished a complete row yet.
I want to have my elephant quilt custom quilted, but I'm afraid of how expensive it will cost, Shelley Moyer saying.
That's a good concern to have. I mean, it's a valid concern to have. Ooh, I just moved everything.
Can you move the box to the top of the screen? Box is blocking what you're both working on. Sure, absolutely. I can do one even better. How about this? I'll just move it this way. Like that.
There you go.
And then over here.
It's a fun pattern, Mary. I do like it. I do like it. And y'all know I love Halloween, so it's right up my alley.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 How's that? Is that better?
Better one? Better two.
Two.
Better one?
Probably better two.
Better two.
I'm so excited for my glasses to come in.
I know, you called them. You called them today.
I know, and they weren't in. Spoiler alert.
Not yet.
But I did want to be like, can I please come get them
Can I
anyway?
come pick them up,
I
please?
want my glasses. The ones that I have, the prescription's outdated so much that like it's just easier. Not so much that it's easier, like I see better without them, but like they only really work for me for distance, and my up close, it doesn't really help.
Yep.
So
Before I jump into this one, I should probably check to make sure that I've actually starched that fabric.
well, all the fabric that you didn't starch is over on the
I
back
know.
of the long arm,
Yeah.
so everything in there is starched. Oh, you mean starch?
Like
You're looking to see if
grabbed
it's in there.
I grabbed a new block
Oh.
from the not the one that we. Yeah,
I see.
yeah, because like MB is on this one, and I haven't worked on an MB color yet, so I don't have it. But I could probably starch it really quick if I wanted to.
Did you get your Pro Stitcher? I did, and I am waiting
did.
for it to be installed. Technician has not called me yet, so we'll be following up on that this weekend. I had a dream. I went to Vegas, and I hung out with Brody and Tiankum at their store.
You've been having all kinds of dreams this week.
Oh, I had a real good dream about Ian. I had a dream Ian found himself a man,
A husband.
and I had to sneak him in to meet his man. And so we were crawling to the rendezvous spot. I don't know why we were crawling on the floor, but we were.
No idea. No idea. Joy D is trying to ask a question, but I think she hit return too quickly. So she's asking about our most quilts and quilt shows, and she'll update the rest of that here in a moment. I need to grab... Ow. Did you hear that? That was loud.
Somebody said something about... somebody said Leo would be an excellent person to have on as a guest.
Oh, yes,
He would. For the podcast, but we need to figure out the logistics of how we would do all that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we can bring somebody on Zoom. We have the ability to do all that, but with the setup that we have where everything is, we don't have the ability to see the other person, and it becomes a little bit more technically difficult if you're not sitting right at the computer, but it's not impossible, and it is definitely something I want to figure out. We just need some time to do that. Thank you for moving the box. Enjoy watching. You're welcome. We're at $6.99. Who's going to be number 700?
Number 7. MB, there it is. Mulberry was the color I was looking for.
All right.
Mulberry.
Undercover incognito crawling. Yep, basically. Like, Ian, don't let them see you. Crawl. Follow me on my way out.
What did you eat before bed that day?
I don't know. Probably a handful of almond M&Ms because that's my go-to. I'm almost out of my almond M&Ms too, so I need to get some more.
You should have told Jason when he went to...
I did tell him to get chocolate.
He did get chocolate.
Somebody just unsubscribed.
They're like, we're done. We're done.
You tripped, and we went down to 698.
And I brought that box in.
To stop tripping in, you're going to cost us all our subscribers.
I know, right?
Oh, that was great.
Oh, man. I was
They came back because you didn't trip anymore.
Okay, good. I was trying to avoid the dog bones and ended up...
Well, maybe we should pick the dog bones up.
Otherwise, your Roomba may try to eat them.
Yeah, that does happen.
I wonder if the Roomba is confused with this Pro Stitcher box. What is this thing? Where did it come from?
Well, it relearns.
Oh, does it?
Cheryl said, yeah.
Oh.
Cheryl says, here we go again.
Oh, my gosh.
No, Mary, I did not. I've been savoring them. Katie's asking, how is everyone doing tonight? Ian, how are you doing tonight?
I'm tired. I'm tired, but I'm excited to not sleep on an air mattress.
Are most quilts entered into quilt shows by the original designers? Joy T is asking.
Oh.
That's a good question.
That's a good question. So, quilt shows that I have entered, there's a variety. Every quilt show kind of has their own rules and their own guidelines. And so, if you are entering a quilt that is not your design, some quilts require you to get written permission from the quilt pattern designer to display the quilt in the show. So it really kind of depends on the show. Some shows, they require you to list who the pattern designer is and what the pattern is, but they don't require you to have written permission. Some shows, more local, like local shows, they'll ask you to provide that information, but they don't require it, if that makes sense.
The 3 quilts that I put into our guild show, 2 of them I wrote patterns for. I would not consider dancing squares. That's the one with the squares that look like they're kind of popping all over the place. I would not consider that an original design because that's basically just a little square with a border around it, border around it, border. You know, and everybody's done that.
Yeah.
I just wrote a pattern for it, and I know a lot of people have done that too.
Yeah.
But the trellis garden, you saw me going through that, right? Like,
Yep.
so I feel like even though there might be other quilts out there that do look similar, I feel like that's my design.
Yeah.
So I counted that as an original design because I didn't just take, you know what I mean? It did take a little bit of thought and shape and stuff.
Absolutely. Oh, this is one of the blocks that I need to relabel.
Rita Stone says, I just got home and subscribed to the new channel. Thank you.
Hey, Rita.
Maybe your podcast should have been So Graceful Quilter.
My middle name is Grace.
Plug it in, plug it in. I don't know why I said that.
It happens.
My go-to is dark chocolate dove.
Yes.
SMH, be careful, Ian.
Yup.
Dove dark and red wine. Hi, Becca and Ian. I tuned in just in time. Awesome.
me
We're
trip.
welcome. We're happy you're here.
Tuned in just in time to see me trip. Is that what happens?
We're at 7:04.
Woo woo.
If we can get 296 more subscribers,
gosh,
we're gonna
that would be
before
so
the live
great.
stream ends, because maybe we go long because I'm still having fun.
I'm still having fun too.
Maybe we don't end until we get to 1,000.
We'll be here all night. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
No,
just kidding.
don't put that into the universe.
I was just kidding.
I think I subscribed to your podcast when it was in the 20s, Michelle said.
You were one of the first.
Before we even did the short, she was like, I don't know, but this looks like it might be a real thing. Click.
Well, I did kind of tease it on my channel.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So I was going to say, I noticed before I started talking about it, it was starting to
Yeah.
gain subs. And I was like,
Yep.
are people just like searching for Ian and like,
You're
oh,
right.
hi.
I kind of teased it a little bit on my channel. Was like, there's a thing. Just saying. Probably shouldn't subscribe to it, but subscribe to it.
Grace doesn't start with an S, Ian. LOL.
I know. I know. Zaza, it's got to be like 1 a.m. for you. You're drinking a cup of tea this late? You're going to be up until 5 a.m.
I'm drinking tea. I love my peach tea.
That is good peach tea. That is really good peach tea.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
It's from True Honey Teas. They're actually local here. But you can order it online if you go to True Honey Teas. They have a bunch of different favorites, or they have a bunch of different teas. My favorites are the lemonade lavender. That's really good. That tastes like Tricks or Fruity Pebbles. I think it's a lavender lemonade. that
What did you
tastes
just
that
call
way.
me?
But it might be a different one. I can't remember. The peppermint one is delicious. Delicious.
Not just delicious.
Delicious. But my favorite is the peach rubies. I can't pronounce that. You know what I'm talking about. ROOBIS.
HOTT.
TOGO. So what they do is they take these little bags. They're big size bags for tea. They're not your normal tea size bags. And they put crystallized honey in it and then some herbal tea and seal it up, and you could drop it in there so you could have it hot or cold. But the way I like to drink it, at least lately, is I get my thermal cup. I've got a few of these. I've got a Stanley and then one that Mary bought for me, which stays on my desk at work because it has my name on it. And then I've got a couple of these custom ones from Grunge and Grace featuring some pretty fabric. I just fill it up with ice and water, and I drop 2 of the tea bags down in here, and it's delicious. It's just herbal tea with a little bit of honey, so it doesn't have tons of sugar overwhelming the drink. It's just a nice light flavor that makes it easier to get more water in you without drinking like the Crystal Light and stuff. So this is my go-to. Melissa said S Grace. The S is silent.
Right, there you go. That sounds about right.
All right, now that all my 4 patches are built out, I'm just going to make sure that they all have a blue in the upper left-hand corner because I want to make sure I didn't piece these incorrectly. And then I'm going to start making, I'll be making, basically building out the quilt now with the sashing. I think I'm going to stay until this quilt's done. That's what I'm going to do. If we get to 700 before I hit this quilt, before the quilt's done, before I hit this quilt.
Bam!
Okay. So that's that. Now we need to make 4 blocks. Okay, but to do that, we need to make a center strip. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pieces where I have 2 whites and a cornerstone.
Cornerstone. I'm curious if anybody else out there is going to go to the Cabin Branch Quilters show on Sunday.
Let us know.
Let us know. We'll be there. We'll be at the ticket desk from 11 to 12.
7:13 now.
Woo! We can do it. We can do it.
I'm going to take this off because I don't want to get it ruined on the table.
What?
It's hitting the
yeah,
table
yeah.
while
Oh,
I'm
gotcha.
sewing. I think the fun has been done. We'll just set it over there. The window is behind, so Becca, I refreshed when it said 7:09 and saw it, and it was at 7:12. So there, trying to get rid of me again, are you? Oh, he just. I mean, technically, I did it first. You're just stealing my idea.
Right, exactly.
You're stealing my ribbon. Now you have 3 blue ribbons.
I do.
Now you have 3. Are you going to put it on your shirt?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just
Are you going to put it in your hair?
Oh, I could do that. I
could.
can have it as a fascinator. What is it? Is that what it's called?
It's a
Fascinator?
safety pin.
Could be my little beret.
You're a nut. Becca, is that peach black tea? I think it's, I don't know. I don't know what peach. It's peach ruby, yes. So I'm going to guess it's herbal. But I don't know. It's on the Honey Teas website if you want to go check it out. I don't have an affiliate link, but I would love to have one because I love their teas and I talk about them all the time.
Right.
Could I please have a commission? I mean, what's better than a quilt and a cup of tea?
Oh, and I cut that too.
H-O-T-T-O-G-O. You can take me hard to go.
Get it? Hot tea. Hot to go.
I see, I like, I see. I don't know.
What?
Iced tea. Did he just snort? LOL.
I did. I was hoping no one would notice.
Oh, wow. Maya says some of the county quilt shows here in Nevada, if you are a professional long armer or you make quilts for sale, then you can't place a quilt for a ribbon. Sad for me as I am a long armer.
Oh, boo.
I could understand why, but maybe they could have like a professional category.
Right. That's what I would want is professionals.
Like I don't want to
category.
compete with somebody who does that like
sure.
every day because
Sure.
good night. Like I'm not going to be able to hold up with that, but
Yeah.
you know,
I know the State Fair.
I also don't want to exclude them.
Right. I know that the State Fair of Texas does it that way. There's a category specifically for teachers and professionals so that they could still enter, but they were going up against other professionals versus, you know, your novice or your hobbyist or anything like that.
Yeah. Melinda Fulton
Yeah, there you
says,
go.
hello, first time watching your Friday night. I'm usually asleep. Well, I'm sad that you're not sleeping, but I'm happy that you're here with us. $7.19. Am I going to get to 1,000 before I finish this quilt? I don't know.
That would be
This is
fun.
one more that'll go in the pile for the Pro Stitcher.
I think that looks good. Who knows? Who knows?
Cindy says, I drink lots of herbal tea. My favorite is 1 teaspoon of ginger, plain, or with other teas.
Nice.
Rubious tea is a red tea from Africa, not related to black or green tea. Thank you, Pat.
Wonderful.
That's what I needed to know because
Right.
I thank you for somebody knowing the answer. And I'm still not even sure if I'm saying that right. $7.20. Should we do, Mary, do we have small giveaways, like small packages for giveaways? Because maybe we can do a giveaway too. Ian, how long, you got a new phone, how long before you buy a sofa finally?
I don't know. That is, I mean, I lived a long time without one, so honestly, that's not at the top of my priority list, and I can deal without it. Although I did get a new chair. I got a new chair.
You did.
I did. I am super excited.
So can we let the cat out of the bag just a little bit?
What?
Ian didn't move into a big apartment complex that was completely bare. He rented an apartment in a house that has other folks. Like in the Northern Virginia area, if you don't know this already, it is commonplace for people to buy a home and rent out for roommates, either another room or like the master suite or a basement or whatever the case may be.
Yep.
In fact, I know several people that did the same thing. So, Jason talks about how he had a friend, his name is Miguel, and before Miguel got married, he bought a big, like 5,000 square foot house out in
my
the suburbs. And like three or four, he brought in like 3 of his friends. So there are like 4 guys just living in this house in the ultimate bachelor pad. And because they lived outside of the city limits, they all had a ton of space. So it was, it's not uncommon here.
Yep.
While he doesn't have roommates in the sense that nobody's living in his space, he isn't living in an apartment either. He's living in a space that he is renting in a home. And a lot of times those basement apartments or flats or duplexes or whatever they are, sometimes they come in varying degrees of furnishing. So he scored a decent setup that had some things that he doesn't have to buy.
That is true. That is true.
Because people are going to keep asking you if you have a couch.
I know, right?
So let's just let the cat out of the bag. The
Right.
place that he's staying at had a couch where he was renting. So
Yep.
he will have a couch to sit upon.
Yep.
But it's also why things have been super kind of relaxed for him because he hasn't had to go through procuring an apartment in a big established complex. It
Yeah.
was really more that he was working with just people that own the building. Anyway. All right, so these are going to go. It's odd they won't accept professionals considering that lots of quilters have professional long armors, quilt, and sometimes bind the quilts that are entered in shows. I agree. And I am definitely one of them. All right, we're going to do this one. This one.
Rebecca, thank you for subscribing. Sorry that it took you so long, but I am glad.
Mary, sorry, go ahead.
I'm glad that you were able to subscribe.
Yay! Mary's letting us know we can do as many giveaways as we would like. So in
Sweet.
the interest of thanking everybody for being here and celebrating 721 subscribers, I promise we will do an extra one, maybe for something a little special when we hit 1,000. But let's go ahead and do a couple of smaller giveaways, Mary. That'll get the chat going, and it might get the live stream in front of some other people, which might help get that count up.
Pat said in full transparency it was actually Siri who knew everything about the tea.
That happens.
Ian, Ian, they are bringing a Buc-ee's to Goodyear, Arizona next year. Awesome, Jackie. You are going to love it. You are going to love it.
Vicky Bush says, geez, I grew up in Fairfax, Virginia. I could visit you if I still lived there.
There you go.
But that is also why he will not be giving you a tour of his whole house, because his roommates don't want to be on camera.
Yeah.
So I think we just covered all of it. And now we don't have to talk about it anymore. We don't have to tiptoe around it.
Although, I keep thinking about how this is going to perpetuate everybody saying, he's living in your basement, Becca.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. Get that thought out of your head right now. My mom would disown me if I gave her apartment away. She'll share it with Ian for short periods of time, but she ain't giving it to him. Although this week it feels like you've been living here.
Well, true. True.
All those boxes you had sitting here forever.
All the boxes, all the things that I brought in the van, all the things. All the things.
I was subscribed the day Ian put it up. We're at 726 now.
We are.
Yeah, that's great.
Exciting. It's exciting. Okay, what am I doing?
I want some tea. Not fond of grocery store tea.
That's fair.
When is mother moving in? So we've had some hard conversations about this. Mom and Rick are playing the snowbird thing where they're splitting their time. My stepdad has family that lives down where they live. In fact, one of his sisters lives literally just a couple doors down from them, and he is not ready to kind of give that up just yet. So as a result, they're still splitting their time. I don't know when they'll be here full time or even if it'll happen, but it's important to us that we have a place ready for them for when they're ready. My mother-in-law is doing the same thing. So both Jason and I have moved into this place where his mom has taken over one of the 2 empty bedrooms upstairs. So we have one bedroom upstairs that's set up as a guest room. And then an empty one that we haven't really decided what we're going to do anything with. And she fell a couple years ago and hurt herself. And so she came to stay with us while she was doing therapy and stuff so that somebody could be home with her during the day since my husband works from home. And she just kind of took over that bedroom, and that's now Brenda's bedroom. And then my mom has the basement downstairs, which is hilarious because I feel like Brenda probably should have had the basement and my mom should have had upstairs because my mom gets cold easily and Brenda gets hot.
Yeah, it sounds like it should have been that way, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Chat is flying now.
Oh, we got that giveaway going.
Yep. Giveaways always get the chat going. I got too much fabric in my lap. There we go. And now I can't see the chat because the fabric's taking over the view.
That's okay, I got you. Most people are just getting their raffle ticket.
Yup. Somebody get me a raffle ticket, please.
Only you can do that. Only you can prevent forest fires, okay? I'll sleep in the sewing room on an air mattress when I visit, or maybe we'll buy an RV to park in the driveway, Mary said.
That's funny.
So that she doesn't have to take over Mom and Rick's place, because they're talking about coming up too, so.
That's funny.
Mary can sleep. Oh, she's also worried because Mary, the reason why Mary's texting that to me is because she's coming for the holidays and she's super excited to spend some time here, but she also knows around the holidays the house gets really full because my sister wants to come and my parents are both usually trying to come in for some part of that, and then Ian's here too now and all the things. And so she's been joking with me. She's like, listen, I will sleep in the chair in your sewing room. I was like, come on, it's not going to be that bad.
Nah. Nope. I thought this was going to be an easy block, and it's turning out to be more difficult than I thought, but it's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine.
Get your podcast subscription, $730. Get your raffle ticket. Going on now.
Happening now.
Look at these luscious locks. So much fabric. So much fabric of coffee. Coffee.
So little time.
Oh, why did I put that away? I still need it.
Doy.
Oh, the raffle closed already. Wow, that was fast.
Or was it?
It was fast.
That's okay. I'm sure Mary will have a couple more to do, maybe.
Sure.
She said we have lots of stuff to give away, so.
You get a package, and you get a package, and you get a package.
Maybe we can do like 2 more. And then when we hit 1,000 subs on the podcast channel, we'll do something good. Maybe we'll do like a gift certificate to Fat Quarter Shop.
Yep. Dale, you are correct. We did see Mary sleeping in a chair not too long ago.
I did tell her about that. I was like, guess what I did? She was like, I'm going to kill you. I was like, but Mary, you were so stinking cute.
Yep.
You're holding your panda.
Everybody thinks this fabric matches my beard.
Is it salt and pepper?
No, it's coffee colored, so, and I am going more salt and pepper. Gosh, it keeps going faster and faster. No, don't. But the real question is, does the carpet match the drapes?
Melody Kiefer is
Woo-hoo!
my first winner. Thank you
Congratulations.
for pulling the winner, Mary. Appreciate you. See, you were needed after all.
Teresa, no worries. You can type !podcast, or you can always search on YouTube.
So Off Kilter.
So Off Kilter. So if you want to just search for that in YouTube, you can do that. No problem. I know the chat goes super fast during giveaways. Everybody's super excited to get their raffle ticket, so it can be going crazy. Casey, how much space do you have for your studio? Is it smaller or larger than the place in Texas? So my entire place is about the same size as my apartment was in Texas. But remember that I was live streaming from my living room. I turned my living room into my my live streaming area and recording studio and stuff like that. So it's not so much like, am I getting more space? It's how, do I have a dedicated space for it? And that's what I'm most excited about, is there's a dedicated space versus having to set it all up and take it all down.
You could have left it all set up all the time, but I think the way you had it set up at your old place is it was directly in front of the TV.
Right.
So if you wanted to watch TV, you had to take down the cameras
Yep.
and stuff.
I didn't want to watch TV through a ring light and have it block most of my screen. So yeah, because whenever I would live stream, I would put up the ring light and then take it down when I was done. So, yep. Could I have left it up? Sure. Did I want to? No.
Well, I'm excited for you.
Duck. I ran out of bobbin.
Oh, that bites.
It's the last seam too. Always the last seam. Doobie 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 doo. Oops. Didn't mean to throw that. What is happening here? Okay. What is happening over here? Oh, I see. Okay.
All right, so I'm making 4 of these blocks.
4. Count them. 4.
Look.
Nice. That looks good. I like it. I like it, Picasso. There we go. What, you don't want me hiding back there anymore? You're like, no more. Linda says, pretty. I love that block, Becca.
Thank you. Although it's up a little bit too high for the camera angle. Let me pull it down a row.
Joe loves it. Judy saying nice block. Cheryl saying pretty block. I subscribed, and I'm sewing on projects for church event, and I'm way behind. Love watching and listening to you both.
Well, we'll be here for a while.
Be here for a hot minute.
Because I got to make 3 more of that block. Hi, Becca and Ian. Becca, we want to see you run from Ian again. That was funny. Loved it.
It was pretty funny, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Was pretty funny. Can I have the oil? Do you have an oil pen?
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Here's my Juki.
I have one of those too.
Did you pay for it?
I did.
Oh, I did not.
Ah.
I got it free.
Oh, very
From
nice.
somebody at Juki at QuiltCon.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you got that for free
Yep.
there. Yeah. Oh, Rosanna, it's okay. It happens. It happens. That's a pretty block.
Thank you.
Pat, whoa, Linda. So have we officially entered After Dark? Goodness gracious. Well, Linda. I'm not going to read that out loud. I'm a little scared to.
What did she say?
She said,
Oh, I see it. Never mind. Pass that man some KY. Now that I know what that means. Thank you for showing your block. I just got my sew sampler box and I wanted to see it get done.
There you
You're
go.
welcome.
Perfect timing.
I was like, you know what? This is probably something that I could do in one Friday night live stream. And now that Donna goes live before I do, I don't feel so bad by going long.
Melinda says, LOL, I'm new here and I didn't know you both were in the same room. We are. We are in the same room.
Tonight we are.
Tonight.
Sometimes we are not.
Oh, I appreciated it, Linda. I appreciated it. Katie says, I have cramps from laughing. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Pickle juice helps. Mustard helps, apparently.
Ooh, I want a pickle.
We get one at the state fair.
Katie, the Greenland Quilter is the winner for...
Woo!
Awesome, Katie!
Congratulations. That's awesome. Jackie says, Ian, I ordered a Halloween bundle from Crimson Tate. Thank you for mentioning them. Very fast delivery, beautiful fabrics. I love their store. It really kind of felt like a dream walking into their store because I've literally seen the store on social media for 6 years. I'm not even kidding you. It's been like 6 years that I followed them on social media. And it was like, I'm really here. Oh my gosh, it's actually real. I don't know how to describe it, but it was great being there.
Katie, the Greenland Quilter, has just reminded me that we've got some people in... She didn't say this. I just seeing her name reminded me. We've got people that are in the chat tonight that have their own YouTube channel. So if you are one of them and you would like to promote your YouTube channel, you can do !selfie. And your link for your channel will be dropped. We're just going to ask that you promote our podcast.
Yep, there you go.
Promote the podcast.
I'll promote you, you promote me.
There you go.
There we go.
Selfie, selfie, selfie if you have a YouTube channel. Well, it may get lost in the raffle.
Well, they can do it after the raffle too,
Yeah.
because that command's always open.
Yeah. How do you get a raffle ticket? All you have to do is enter into the chat. And if you are watching this on the live stream at this very moment,
It is 10:11 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday, October 4th.
type in the live chat, !raffle with no spaces, and that will get you a ticket entered into the raffle. And don't freak out if the Quilty bot, does not say your name. There are so many people entering the raffle at the same time that it's hard for the bot to keep up, and sometimes YouTube suppresses it. So don't freak out that you didn't see your name. Don't think that you're not getting a ticket. You are. It just may not show up as it's flying by.
That's right.
There's a lot happening all at once. And that poor bot, like nobody pays it, nobody does anything. And it's working for free. Bot works, they work hard for the money.
That doesn't get paid so hard for it, honey.
I think we're getting, the later it gets, the loopier we're getting.
That's fine by me.
Whoop!
Ooh, let's do this one. Yes.
So hard for the money.
We're at 7:40.
I've sent the podcast to, not the actual podcast, but the link to our podcast channel to several of my friends, and they are very excited for it. They're like, we
Good.
can't wait to listen.
It's going to be great.
It is going to be great. Sang it, Ian. You're welcome, Rebecca. Here's another block done. This one was easy. They're just 4 colors, but super easy. Guess who Nancy is asking, what size is this quilt?
Yours or mine?
Yours.
Oh, 49.5 by 49.5. Exclamation Project will get you a link to the kit.
And then Kathy is saying, what is in your tea?
Peach, rubius,
I think she was being
and
facetious.
ice. I know. I'm not a drinker. Are you? Do you have adult beverages?
On occasion, I will have one, but like it's super rare at this point.
I don't really care for them.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely love a margarita. Give me a margarita. Oh, I don't want to sing that song. We're not going to go into that song, but I do love.
Away
No, there's a different song.
Margaritaville.
There's definitely a different
okay.
song. Yeah. One margarita and I'll so anyways, it's a TikTok thing. It happens. No, margaritas are good, and yeah. Trina's asking if I had to switch jobs. I work remotely. So no, I did not. And I feel very thankful. I am every day very thankful for my job because I love it, actually.
What do you do?
I am an instructional designer and create trainings for people. What am I working on? I'll bring it up again. This is the Legit Kits. I'm testing a Legit Kit pattern from Kohl's Quilts. This is a collaboration that Legit Kits did with Kohl's Quilts. This one is available on their website right now. Just know that it is not a usual Legit Kits pattern. It is a little bit different. So
It's a little bit more complicated.
it's a little more complex, a little more complicated. So if you do want to order it, just keep that in mind when you're ordering.
It's not as easy as a Legit Kit. Can it be done? Yes, but you need to go slower and pay more attention.
Absolutely. Paula says, I've never said no to a Bloody Mary. I've actually never had a Bloody Mary.
Me either.
Yeah. Never really, tomato juice and alcohol just never really sounded.
I don't love the taste of alcohol.
Yeah.
And I have a hard time finding beverages that don't have that burning alcohol taste.
Sure.
So sometimes, like, I don't mind things that are mixed with, like, fruit juices or whatever.
Yep.
But also at the same time, like, I just don't have a desire to not be in control of my faculties. So,
Yep.
Libby McLeod is my
Libby!
3rd winner.
Congratulations, Libby. Linda, I was thinking about you the other day, and now I can't remember why. There was literally something that I was like, oh, Linda, and now I can't remember why. Don't remember. Oh, mojito, yes. I love mojitos as well. Margarita, mojito. Zaza says a mojito is the bee's knees. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Paula does have too much sugar. That's why I don't drink them very often. Too sugary, but yeah. Cheryl's come back with her chocolate and wine is my favorite. Chocolate shop wine. Chocolate shop wine? Libby's there. Hi, Libby. Congratulations. Although I will sometimes on an airplane, I'll get a gin and tonic.
Oh, Jason did get some
yeah,
chocolates.
he did.
I'm going to have one of those.
In that gigantic bag next to the thing there,
Where?
to your right.
Oh,
Yeah.
holy.
I know. I was
He went to
like,
Sam's Club
holy cow.
and he got 400 pieces of Rolos, Kit Kats, Reese's, and Whoppers. Wow.
Jackie's asking, Ian, did you get the Legit Kit Santa Claus from last year? No, I'm not really a huge Christmas person. It's fine. I'm happy with it, but that wasn't a pattern that I really wanted to have. It was fine.
I didn't like the pixelated look.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan. The mermaid, though, looked pretty awesome. I love the
What did they
mermaid.
call that? Reach?
Yes. Reach is amazing. Is it even on their website still? I don't know if it's still available or not. Can't remember. 742. Midgets. Oops. Kits. Let's see if Reach is still on their website or not. Yes, and it is on sale currently. So you can get the Reach quilt kit for $3.99. I know it is expensive. You're getting a lot though. Like you're getting a lot. So you can purchase the full quilt kit for $3.99, and they also have the fabric pack for $3.29. So it is still available on their website. LegitKits.com.
Or !legit in the chat. Use my affiliate link.
Oh yeah, that one. Do that one. Do what she said.
And if the bot doesn't work, all of my affiliate links are on the bottom of my website on every page, so you can get to it easily there.
I don't know what I did to my cuticles. They're just like torn up.
From the flow up.
Casey says, I bought a bag of candy like that for my boyfriend from Sam's Club.
He must have been in line behind my husband.
It was good to see Chuck at the Sewing Expo.
It was.
I really like Chuck. If you ever get the chance and Legit Kits is at the show you are going to be at, make sure to stop by and say hello to Chuck. He's awesome. Do I want a Reese's, a Hershey's, or a Kit Kat? Oh, Reese's jumped out. Okay.
When I can't decide to take one of each. I did take my Werthers, though. Mary is so kind. She sent me my favorite candies, Ian. Have you had those Werthers?
Yeah.
Oh, they're the hard candy Werthers with the caramel apple in the middle.
So good.
Oh, my God.
So good.
In fact, I'm going to celebrate by putting one in my mouth right now.
There you go. Trish, which Arlington did you grow up in? Because I grew up near Arlington, Texas, but then I'm now living near another Arlington, but this time Virginia. Paula says, I had a couple margaritas at my nephew's graduation party a couple years ago and couldn't figure out why my blood sugar went through the roof. I mean, a piece of cake shouldn't do that. Haha, margaritas. Cheryl's asking if either of us have done a Judy Niemeyer pattern. Here I am talking.
No, but I definitely want to. I'm a little into... Actually, no. No, that was Kathleen DeJong. And it was very, very small and very beginner friendly. But I do want to do a Judy Niemeyer.
My quilter, Nancy, she does Judy Niemeyer's, and they're stunning. They're absolutely stunning. She's won a few awards with them, so it's on the bucket list. Oh, Linda, nerd clusters are the best.
I got some over there.
Your daughter loves them too. Ibby says, I love Tom Collins, but my liver says no. I don't even know what's in a Tom Collins.
I don't know. I'm not a big
Ibby,
drinker.
what's in a Tom Collins? Excuse me.
I have found one wine that I like, maybe two, in all my years.
I had a strawberry wine that I really liked.
I like a peach Moscato.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But that's it. Like, and even that, it's still, you don't taste it burning in your mouth, but it burns my belly. So no, thank you.
Donna Hotskins, you won the raffle, Donna.
Yay, Donna.
Donna, Donna, Donna. Tequila is the devil.
Why?
I don't know.
Tequila.
Yeah.
I thought you said Kayla.
Oh, no.
I was like, why?
Trina said tequila is the devil.
I could see that.
Oh, Tom Collins is gin and a sour mix.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, if I feel bougie on a flight, I will get a gin and tonic.
We got to get our flights for QuiltCon.
We do. I keep watching the prices, but they're not coming down. Not coming down. It's frustrating.
Well, another month or two they will.
Donna says, "What? I'm a winner?" You are.
You're always a winner, Donna.
Molly, have a great night. I
Bye,
hope
Molly.
the SAT goes smoothly. Oh, we got another raffle going.
Mary's got a ton of stuff she's trying to get rid of.
Oh, yeah. Who knows? You might end up with a Chewy. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. For those who don't know, Chewy is one of Mary's dogs.
She would never part with that puppy.
No. Never. Never? Oh.
Huh.
Just looking over at your thingamajiggers.
They're called blocks, Ian.
That one. That word. That block.
Are you done with yours? You're like, I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore.
I don't know. I'm kind of in that weird spot where I don't know if I have enough time to really start another one. And
You do if you want to.
Stitch in Time is asking U.S. only.
Well, Katie's in Greenland and she won, so there you go. Oh. Mary, don't worry about it. If people need she's saying legit is no longer a command. I'll add it back. Don't worry about it because I got to put my affiliate link in there. But my affiliate link for legit kits is on my website at the bottom of every page. SoBecca.com.
Holly says, your candy talk is making me laugh. I had nerd clusters for the first time tonight and also finished my caramel apple weathers from the trip. So she had both the candies we were talking about.
You know what I love about this time of year? And I'm going to have one. I want a caramel apple with the nuts around the outside.
Oh.
I want one every fall.
Yep.
Haven't had one yet.
I'll bet they'll be at the fair tomorrow.
Well, then that's where I will get one.
There you go.
7:42. We're still at 7:42, or we're at? Have we been sitting here for a minute?
I don't know.
Exclamation podcast.
Ian, we freeze-dried nerd clusters and other
Ooh.
candies. I'm not a fan of freeze-dried candy, to be honest. I don't like the texture of it. I don't know. Renee was asking, was it Renee? Randy Bishop was asking about your bread making.
Ian, talk about my bread making. Oh, I didn't put the recipes on the website. I made the page, but I didn't put the recipes up there. I'll do that this weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, talk about my bread making. You can. It's better that somebody else talk about it this time.
Oh, like I'm drooling over it. She made me a grilled cheese using her honey bread recipe, and it was delicious. It is so good, and I cannot wait for her to make some more. She's been making bread like a mad woman, and it has been wonderful since I'm staying here at the moment. Yeah, she's really good. She's really good. She's really, really good. And I told her since my stuff got delivered, I'm going to bring over my KitchenAid mixer. And she can use that to make bread with.
He doesn't have a terribly big kitchen in
No.
his apartment. So I was like, well, I'll take your KitchenAid mixer and then we can have baking parties at my house.
There you go.
He was like, okay.
Done.
I was like, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Because then I can make my triple chocolate chip cookies. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll make that around Christmas time.
I think I'm going to make some pecan chocolate brownies this weekend using that mixer. Put it through some paces. I love to bake. Cooking app, I love to bake.
Baking is fun. I used to do a lot more baking when I lived with Mom, because she had a KitchenAid mixer. And
Becky wants to know if there's bread delivery.
right.
I mean, I wish I knew how to mail it. Because I was thinking, like, how could I mail a pumpkin loaf to Mary or something? But I don't know how to mail that stuff and keep it fresh.
Have to be overnight, I feel like.
And you'd have to have one of those Ziploc thingies.
Yeah.
Like that takes all the air out.
Yeah, definitely.
Like so you could make a care package or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna throw this out there. If you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I know this is a small selection, but if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, my friend just opened she does macarons and cookies, and she's got a whole menu she's trying out. She's even done mochi chocolate chip cookies. Delicious. If you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area,
ice.
the Iced Whisk just opened, or is opening this weekend. So check it out on Instagram. The Iced Whisk. She is in the Euless area, so go check out the grand opening of their store this weekend.
Somebody said to use dry ice.
Ziploc in a cookie can.
Oh.
Lori L., you won.
Yay, Lori.
You won. Anna says, I love the King Arthur's bread star bread. Whoa. Sorry. I love the King Arthur's bread star bread recipe. I use all the substitutions, regular cinnamon, dried potatoes, and it's amazing. Plus, can do sweet and savory and looks stunning, but so simple.
I'll try
Never
that.
heard of that.
Don't use the bag for bread. If you suck all the air out, you will have a great tasting doorstop. Fair enough.
Good to know. Good night, Josie.
Do you want to help me finish putting this together? I can give you some things to sew or you could just sit there and read comments.
Melinda says, I love her baked goods. I used to work with her. Her macarons are to die for. Y'all used to work together? What? Small world. That's crazy. Cheryl says, gotta go. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, Cheryl.
So long.
Farewell. Auf
Wiedersehen,
Wiedersehen,
good
goodbye.
night.
Oh, I mean, good night.
It is good night, right?
I
think
have
it is.
no idea.
Or
Ask
maybe
Mary.
it is goodbye. I don't know.
She's
Mary, what is
singing
it?
it right now. Ciao.
Judy says she has a KitchenAid mixer that is at least 50 years old.
See? Mine is not. Mine is 0 years old because I don't have one.
Mine is a deep blue. It's almost like my car color. Yeah, Jackie, that's what I'm thinking too. If you send pumpkin bread, it will need to be overnighted so that way it won't grow mold. So you wouldn't want to put that in like the mail on a Saturday because it would sit on Sunday. So like a Monday would be a good way.
Oh, they're saying it's goodbye.
Oh, goodbye. Okay.
Goodbye. Oh, wait. Somebody said it's goodbye, but then everybody else is saying it's good night.
Okay, one of them.
Okay.
I think
either
at
way.
one point they say goodnight, but then but in the...
Off Weeder saying good night.
Susie also loves caramel apples. Caramel apples.
Yum, 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 yum.
Caramel apples. Apparently, Suzanne and I have the same mixer because she has the same one.
Tequila equals taquilla.
Too funny. Shelly says, I got my KitchenAid mixer when you could get any color you wanted as long as that color was white. Oh, that's funny.
$7.45. Exclamation podcast.
Yeah, Paula, I think you're right. I think it's good night, and then the very last one is goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, I saw some bloopers from Julie Andrews
Oh, did you really?
where she was saying bad words.
Julie Andrews?
I know.
Wow.
I know. I was like, oh my. Barb says, I can't stand it anymore. I had to grab a chocolate bar.
This is my last block.
Yay!
There's just 4 blocks in this. But then you got to put sashing and cornerstones in between each one, so I probably won't get the quilt finished. Hey, Ian,
Yes.
point your camera at your machine. Because Corrine is asking, Becca, what happened to your Juki? There it is. The Juki still lives.
It's still here. It's just in a different place. Just in a different place. I know, Paula, me too. Oh, went a little too far. There we go. Maybe. Stay. Teresa says, my kids get frustrated because I don't make it anymore, but my baby is 35. He should bake for me now.
The Juki is alive and well. She is. She is, for sure.
Doing beautifully.
Everybody sees the red, because I predominantly sew on the red machine sitting over here. And so that's all you guys see now. And so many concerned Juki lovers are like, where'd your Juki go, Becca? Because I do love my Juki. She's just, she sits over there. And I pull her out when I need her. All right, all 4 of my blocks are put together, and before I sew them into the final quilt top, I'm going to give them a good starch and square them up because they're a little wonky. But I made 4 blocks that look like this, and I think over the course of the weekend, I will finish sewing these into the finished quilt. And I'll show you what that looks like on social media once it's done. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel, you're following me on Instagram, and all the things. But I think with the fair tomorrow, I'm done because we're going to need to go to bed.
Yep.
You staying over? Because it's like 10:30. Yeah.
I might as well.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
Might as well.
One more night on an air mattress won't kill you. We got to get up early anyway.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right, guys. Thank you. Oh, wait. Do we have a raffle going right now? Raffle has ended for you people trying to enter. All right, guys.
Okay.
I think that's it. We're gonna call it a night. We did not hit 1,000, so I won't be doing the giveaway for 1,000. But don't worry. I'll give you a chance. If we hit 1,000 before next week, we'll do another giveaway. So, Ian, any last words before I cut you off the air?
Help me! No, just kidding. Nope. Hope everybody has a great evening
Yeah.
and morning. For Zaza, it's morning. So good morning, Zaza.
Yep. Ian will be live from the sewing room on Sunday.
At 3 p.m. time change,
Yep.
3 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. Got a packed weekend ahead of us. So we'll see y'all later.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
friends.